Welcome to On the Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson. Joining me in the studio today is Jeff Farnham of JTS Co Mortgage Professionals. And today we're talking all about what are discount points. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm well.
Nice to see you in person. I hope you and the family are well.
We are. Everybody's doing great.
Okay, well, let's talk about why is some being quoted different rates by different lenders?
Okay. So interest rates are a very interesting topic, and a lot of people, that's what they hang their hat on. I want the lowest interest rate. So, you know, mortgage markets, bond markets are in constant flux. They're always moving. So you may get a quoted a rate this morning, call us this afternoon, and the markets move negatively or positively and get a different rate. So unless you're checking your interest rate with different lenders at exactly the same moment in time, or at least within a reasonable amount of time of that quote, you can end up with different factors and different facets. And on top of that, different companies have different pricing models in the way that they retail their rates out.
Okay, well, let's just break it down. What are actual points?
All right, discount points is a tool that can be used. So we talk in terms of a par rate. Your rate today is X. And if you want to, well, I want a lower rate than that. Well, you can pay a discount point to try to buy that rate down. So a discount point, in easy terms, is 1% of the loan amount. It could be some multiple of that. It could be a 0.5% or a 1/4% or something like that. But most people think if they pay one discount point, they're going to lower that rate by 1%. That's not true. One discount point may only move the rate a 1/4 point or a 1/2 point or maybe 1/8 of a point, depending on what bond yields are doing that day.
Are discount points bad?
Well, they're not necessarily bad, but you have to be very careful. One of the things we see a lot of times with like some of the national lenders, they call and they quote the lowest rate and it's loaded down with points. We looked at one the other day that it was going to take the borrower over 10 years to recoup the cost of those discount points. So it didn't make sense for them to do that. When they could take a rate a 1/4 point higher, they were only planning on being in the home 4 or 5 years, right? And then they were planning to move beyond that. They would never make up the cost of that discount point. So discount points in and of themselves are not bad. They just got to be applied correctly.
Are discount points necessary for your mortgage?
They're not necessary, no. In fact, when we quote a rate, most times we're quoting without any discount points. But we'll also, if the borrower wants a lower rate, then we can offer them that with a discount point. And then you have to, again, you have to evaluate. You got to do the math. Does it make sense to pay that point?
Is this something common knowledge? Because I've never heard of discounted points.
Well, it's out there. In our industry, in our circles, yes, it's very common. To the general public, no, it's not so much. Most of the time what we see is people that are paying discount points never really understood what they were paying. They got a package in the mail, they got it by email from whomever they're working with, and didn't really understand what the cost of that loan was.
To me, with what you're just explaining to me, is it worth doing it?
It's worth looking into. Right, and then you have to make, based on your situation and what your plans and your goals and what your timelines are, you have to find out, does it make sense? In general terms, just as kind of a baseline, if I can't recover those discount points in a couple of years, it's probably not worth doing.
I want to ask you a question because there's fixed rates and then there's variable rates. What do you recommend for people?
Well, right now, with the way rates are, there's no reason to do an adjustable rate mortgage, right? Fixed rates are so low that why would you, most time when mortgage rates were 7 or 8% and you could get an adjustable rate in the 5s and you were going to be here for 3 years, let's say a military guy moving in and out was going to be here for 3 years, and you did a 5-year fixed at 5.5, that might make sense.
Right.
But in today's market, when you're getting rates in the 3s and 2s, right, there's really no bottom to get a lower adjustable rate. In fact, some of the yields on the adjustable rates are actually higher than we're seeing on some of the fixed rates. So it just doesn't make sense to do anything beyond a fixed rate right now.
Behind the scenes, why are the rates so low?
Well,
because it sounds like cheap money.
Well, it's almost free money. It's but it's a function of what's going on in the marketplace, holding rates down. We came out of a very strong economy. Things were doing well. Went into the pandemic, and it's just, it's a way of stimulating the economy. And the way the bond market's reacting, the stock market's reacting, it's just we're holding rates down. Very
quickly, do you see it staying this way for 6 months, 12 months?
Some are speculating for the next 18 months we'll see rates in these low territories.
So lock them down.
Yeah,
that's what you're
saying.
It's
a really good time. We've got a lot of people refinancing right now, moving from even 3.5 into the 2s. And,
wow,
big savings. Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
We appreciate you.
Yep.
If you want to find out more information, there it all is up on the screen. Jeff Farnham of JTS Co Mortgage Professionals. Give them a call. They're going to take care of all your home needs.